Hello and welcome to News Affairs. On 7th November 2023, when Afghanistan took on the mighty Australians at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai in the historic World Cup match, setting the Kangaroos a target of 292 runs for victory. Little did anyone around the cricketing world dream of a scoreline of 97 for the loss of 7 Australian wickets. Friends, before we proceed further, we request you to subscribe this channel for more such updates. Coming back to the World Cup match, although Glenn Maxwell single-handedly made 201 runs of 128 balls to ensure Australia's entry into the semi-finals of the World Cup 2023, defeating Afghanistan by 3 wickets. It is the Afghanistan cricket team whose story is the most intriguing in this year's World Cup. Afghanistan defeated 3 former world champions in the ongoing World Cup: Sri Lanka, England and Pakistan. An astonishing fact is that Afghanistan is playing only its 3rd World Cup edition, and in the previous 2 editions of 2015 and 2019, it had won only 1 match in 2015, that too against the lowly Scotland. How could a team rated number 9 in world cricket make such a dramatic turnaround of its performance? What is the reason behind the increasing popularity of cricket in Afghanistan? Let's try to understand the relation between geopolitics and cricket. Today, cricket is world's 2nd most popular sport behind soccer, followed by 2.5 billion people in the world. Soccer has 3.5 billion fans in the world. And if you're thinking that this huge fan following of cricket is due to India's population, then you're wrong. The roots of cricket's popularity can be traced back to the British Empire. All the 12 full members of the International Cricket Council, the body governing the game, Australia, England, New Zealand, South Africa, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, West Indies, Zimbabwe, Ireland and Afghanistan, share a history of colonization by the British, contributing to the widespread popularity of cricket in these nations. Afghanistan stands out as an exception to some extent. Afghanistan's ranking in the current World Cup 2023 is better than England, having finished at number 6, ahead of the 7th placed Englishmen. This is the intriguing story of Afghanistan cricket team. Some years ago, in 2007, when India won the inaugural T20 Cricket World Cup in South Africa, the ICC classified Afghanistan in the lowest division, which is Division 5, the worst division of ICC's associate members. However, the tide turned for Afghanistan with the rising popularity of T20 cricket that year. The inaugural T20 Cricket World Cup ended in September 2007, and the next month, Asian Cricket Council organized its T20 Cup, featuring 10 Asian associate teams: Hong Kong, Kuwait, Malaysia, Nepal, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, UAE, and Afghanistan. Afghanistan won 3 out of the 4 group stage matches, defeating UAE in the semi-finals, and played the finals against Oman. In the final match, both teams tied, and Oman and Afghanistan shared the trophy. For the Afghan people, this trophy meant a lot, because in the world of cricket, this was the first time that Afghanistan won a trophy. This marked a turning point for Afghanistan. In 2008, they won the ICC Cricket League, which was the Division 5 league, followed by triumph in Division 4 league and the Division 3 league in 2009. And in just 6 years' time, Afghanistan qualified for their first World Cup in 2015. The journey, however, was not very arduous for the Afghans. As we've told you earlier, Afghanistan is the only exception among British colonized countries. Though some parts of Afghanistan were colonized by the British during a certain period of time, the British could not occupy the entire country. Cricket wasn't historically popular in Afghanistan. In December 1979, when Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, thousands of Afghans fled towards Pakistan. It was the refugee camps in Peshawar that these Afghani boys encountered cricket. The people in the refugee camps saw the Pakistanis playing cricket, and they started playing too. Initially, they used sticks in place of bats, and since they had no cricket balls to play with, they used to roll plastic bags and make balls out of it. When Pakistan won the World Cup under Imran Khan in 1992, it became an inspiration for the Afghani boys in the refugee camps. This is the reason when they played their first World Cup in 2015, most of the team members came from the refugee camps. Karim Siddiqui, one of the opening batsmen in the Afghan team, was also a child in the Pakistani cricket camp, Kachakara. He used to work in the factory at night and used to play cricket during the day. But the current Afghan team playing in 2023 can be called as a second generation players, as 11 out of 15 players are aged below 25 years. The assistant coach of the current Afghan team, Rais Ahmadzai, is a former player himself, and he narrates how he learned cricket as a refugee. He emphasizes that this new generation of the Afghanistan cricket team is the product of their training in Afghanistan. After the Soviet rule ended in Afghanistan, the Taliban rose to power. This had a major impact on cricket in Afghanistan. Basically, the sport could flourish in Afghanistan because the Taliban did not interfere in it. When Taliban established their control in 1994, they banned all sports in Afghanistan except cricket. Taliban accepted cricket because it was a non-contact sport. There was no contact between the players of the opposite team, and the players didn't wear shorts as they do in football. Rashid Khan, the current important cog in the team, has donated his entire match fees to help the victims of deadly Afghanistan earthquake on 7th October 2023. He says that people pray for them back home and watch their matches and hope for victory. Cricket is the only source of happiness and joy in Afghanistan. An interesting fact is that Australia had stood up for the rights of Afghan women to play sports and opted out of an earlier series with Afghanistan's men's cricket team. This resulted due to the Taliban's announcement regarding further restrictions on women and girls' education and employment. The restrictions Taliban has placed on women and the atrocities committed by them, hardly any place on earth is as restrictive as it is. Women are confined to their homes and prohibited from studying or working. Afghanistan's men's cricket team has the opportunity to participate in the World Cup. However, the women's cricket team is now refugees in Australia. They are still struggling in their pursuit of playing opportunities. Last year, Rashid Khan expressed solidarity with the daughters and sisters of Afghanistan, advocating for the reversal of the decision to ban girls from high schools and universities. Every day of education wasted is a day wasted from the future of the country. For Afghan cricketers, cricket is not merely a sport. This is a means to fight the circumstances, sometimes against the Soviet invasion, sometimes against the Taliban's oppressions. The Afghani players do not hesitate to express their opinions. Last month, after defeating Pakistan in the World Cup match, the Afghanistan captain Hashmatullah Shahidi dedicated the win to Afghan refugees, particularly those escaping Taliban rule and seeking refuge in Pakistan, whom Pakistan is forcibly sending back to Afghanistan. The game of cricket emerges as a potential avenue for diplomatic relations. BCCI invited the then president of Afghanistan, Ashraf Ghani, to Bangalore for the first ever test match between India and Afghanistan after Afghanistan became a full-time ICC member. These instances underscore the profound impact of cricket's popularity in fostering positive relations globally. We hope that you have liked this video. Please do not forget to share, comment and subscribe this channel for more such informative videos. Jai Hind.